Even now, the deity, the people who took the deity didn't come yet. Okay, they were roaming around and many people died, and they were roaming around and roaming around. The one person who happened to have the deity, he becomes very old. By this time there was like 50-60 years now passed. Friends, before going further, we at bharatmarg.com are involved in Sanatana Dharma Prachar and also exposing all anti-Hindu activities and fighting for our Desha Dharma. Join hands with us by liking www.facebook.com/bharatmarg page, also at Twitter at bharatmarg, and YouTube just by subscribing, also clicking on that notification button to get an instant update as we post important updates and videos. You can also become the part of our WhatsApp club to get one dharmic message a day which goes around the world by sending us a message at +1 647 964 4790. He was in a forest doing puja for this deity of Ranganatha. He became mad because his son died, his father died, and so in that he becomes a little bit crazy. He doesn't know what to do, and back home everybody is attacked, demolished, and all those things, emotionally ransacked. And guess what? So some traveler sees them, and then they help him to bring the deity back to the temple. You have to understand something fascinating here. Okay, the deity comes back to the temple. Now, by the time, as we were discussing, it is like 60 years now. There was no deity in the temple. So what the local people did was, they did another deity, duplicate deity, and which was used for worship so far. Okay, now this deity is coming. When they kept there, this was so identical, but they didn't know who is the real deity, because many of the people who were part of creating and hiding and participating in the saving the temple, everybody were dead and gone. Okay, not the whole generation was out, so nobody was there even to say which is a real deity. But these priests who were at the time and the community leaders of the town happened to find, they come to know that one dhobi, that is a washerman, was alive. Okay, who used to do the washing of all the clothes of the god. Okay, in those days. So they bring him. He was the only one who was alive. So they bring him to the temple. And but the problem was he was blind. He became blind. He was very old now. Okay, he became blind. So now what will happen? He says, don't worry about it. I will find out which is the real deity. So what he says is, give abhishek for both the deities and bring me the water. Okay, he was a dhobi. So with the cloth, they give the abhishek and bring the abhishek water. Okay, and he drinks the water. And he says, this is Namperumal. Namperumal means this is our real God. This is our God. This is our God. He yells and shouts in joy because every time he goes to wash the cloth, okay, he used to take that water as a holy water and drink. So he knows the smell and the taste that come from the God's cloth. And that's what he used to find out which is the real deity. Can you believe that? And from that day, the deity there in Srirangam is called as Namperumal. That is our God, as the dhobi said. Okay, see, in these whole things, many devotees included. There is no casteism. Everybody gave life. Everybody was heroic, and everybody were honored. And this is our Sanatana Dharma, real Sanatana Dharma, folks. Okay, and guess what? After a real deity came into the temple, after 60 years, okay, keep this in mind. This is the power of the God. Okay, the goddess Ranganayaki in Srirangam is called Paditanda Patini. That means she will never cross the steps. If God has to meet her, he has to come into her sanctum. That's the way it happens. She never crosses the entrance and comes out, ever. Okay, and now she was hidden by, in those days, like during the time of the attack of the Malika fort. Okay, as we saw in the previous episode, if you didn't see it, you should do it. And guess what? She was her deity was buried in the ground. Okay, now Mataji comes in the dream of the butter and says, I am there below this neem tree. So dig here and take me out. My Lord has come. She says, this is another guarantee that the real God has come back. That's when she comes in the dream. Can you believe that? Because they had a duplicate God. By that time, they have made a duplicate. What do you mean by duplicate God? Is they had the identical God made for worship till then. But till that time, she never came up. She was in the hide. And as soon as Bhagavan Nambermal came, okay, Ranganatha deity, Ranganatha Bhagavan, the real temple God came. She came in the dream and said, I am below this neem tree. You can take me out. And the people go there and dig there. And there she is. She was taken out. And by this time, Krishna Devaraya Empire comes, lot of Hindu Rashtras comes, and they all build, all the kings and their queens, they were so excited, and they build the temple, renovate the temple for the god and the goddess. Okay, this is the story, Sthala Puran of Srirangam folks. We will recommend you, see, every day in Bharat Marg, we send out one dharmic message. Okay, are you getting it? If not, please send a WhatsApp to us with your name and where you are contacting from to +1 647 964 4790. We send one dharmic message in English, Tamil and Hindi. Okay, whichever you want, whatever languages you want, we can send it for you. Okay, let us get to know the real history about our temples, our dharma and our heroes and the gurus. Ranga Ranga.